It should just make it so that the plugin is invisible to bots. So that way the bots, when they crawl it, it's not going to understand what it is, and it's going to think it's not there. And that's how you kind of erase the footprint of the software in order to help you manage your PBN better. um, this is just something I want to add. I have a lot of people that always ask me, how do you make your PBN site look a little more natural and a little more advanced? And really, it's a lot of it's about the content still, but making it readable not only to the bots and to a user, because a lot of things that I've been testing and a lot of things that I've been reading is that you need to make it so that traffic actually comes to your site. And if you can actually get a little bit of traffic to your site, that will provide a good amount of link juice from that site to your money site eventually, because that means Google thinks it's a real website. So if you're building a real website to link to another client site, you kind of want to make it look real enough so that even if a random person stumbles upon it, that you're getting these, comments, or if you even have comments set up on your site, and you're getting these people coming in and just reading for even a minute or two. Just that kind of short little visit can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Paul is asking, put no on Google Analytics. What's your stance on that? Do you?
I don't. So the topic of analytics and webmaster tools, that, in my opinion, it makes it easier for Google to understand your website a little too much, because analytics is going to provide Google numbers on your traffic. So that means if you're not getting any traffic, it's not going to give you any relevancy, and eventually that particular site may lose some authority. Maybe not all, maybe none at all, but it's just, in my mind, it just looks like that you're giving them the ability to decide rather than your own taking your own chance of not providing them that information. And webmaster tools as well, that provides them access to all of your back-end stuff and all of your code. So I just wouldn't recommend it. If it's a real site, if it's a real website, obviously you want to do that because that's going to benefit your SEO. But if it's a PBN site, I would stay away from it. That's just me. I have 150 domains and I don't have it on any of those, and I have about 4 or 5 clients that are $4,000, $5,000 a month, and I have had never one PBN site go down or one of their sites get hit with a penalty in 6 years, and I've been working with most of them for about that long.
Perfect. Some of you are asking if we're recording this. Thank you for asking. I just hit record like 3 or 4 minutes ago. So we are now recording. So and we will be posting this in the members area as well. Some of you are asking for our support email as well. I've posted it in the chat box. It's info@pbnbuilder.org, O-R-G, not .com. All right. And yeah, I mean, if you want, Alex, we can jump into the software. I can send you over the controls, and we can kind of get started on that end, and we can stop and go and answer questions in between, or just go through the whole thing. However you want to do it, we can, I guess, wing it.
Yeah, sure. I can take you through PBN Builder, just like a quick campaign setup here, if you like.
Perfect. I'm going to make you presenter, and it'll show up a pop-up to make you presenter.
Show my screen.
Boom, there you go. Look at that.
All right. You guys can see this screen, right? Can I get some yeses, nos, ones, or whatever? Yes. All right, cool. Got some Ys. All right. So this is the main dashboard. As you can see, there's a bunch of different things on here, but I don't want to touch on that. I don't want to get in on that just yet. Let's roll over here to the View Clients tab. So this is where you want to create your client site area, and this is where you're going to store your information for the client that you're trying to rank, or your own website that you're trying to rank, or YouTube video, whichever. I actually had a guy email the support, I don't know, 2 days ago, asking about images, and you can do images as well. You just need to have the domain, no, sorry, not the domain, the URL. That's really all you need. But let's go over here, click the gray plus sign. All right, so we can name this new client. We're going to do test, oops, I got caps on, test webinar client. And then we're going to choose a logo. So let's do, sorry, let's just pick, and we'll pick this right here, just a picture. Now, this is something that I had our developer put in here because this is something that I just like to do for particular clients myself. You want to set a certain amount of links that can go out monthly, just simply because some customers are going to require less effort in particular niche markets, and some are going to require more. Or you could have just been sharing links with someone, and you only want this one page to have X amount of links a month or in total. So I'm just going to right now set the monthly outbound link limit to 15. And now what this is going to do is it's going to alert you once the website has around 15 links coming from the software. And when it approaches 15, if you still have a few days left in that month, it will not allow you to post any more links to that client for you. Same thing with total outbound link limit. You could set both if you want, but I prefer one or the other. So if you're going to do the total outbound link limit, that's kind of what you want to set if you have like an agreement with a client, or if you just know you only want to send like, let's just say 100, a round number, 100 links to a video. You can do that, you can set that, but let's just keep it to 15 monthly outbound link limit for now. Authority link categories and image video categories I'll touch on in just a minute. Now the notes, this is a cool little thing I had added here because I always have trouble searching for information through my emails and things like that, and I forget because I have quite a few clients nowadays. It was easier when I only had one or two, but now I have a few that I need to keep track of. So you can come down here and you can, if it's Tim at webinar.com, then you click the check mark and save, and now you've got the email for the person that you are in contact with at a specific agency or a client. You can add the phone number, you can add the website, and if you want to add any other notes. Some of this was in the videos that I had made, but I will share it. So I like to always have the point of contact, so that way you can add, Tim Weber, and now you have, anytime you email Tim, his last name's Weber, and that actually, let's add that he is the CEO of the company. So that way you just kind of can add some information here to help keep track of things, and then you can click add, and now we have our test webinar client set up. And now you notice that right here you've got the monthly link limit set up. It says 0 out of 15. We haven't used the test webinar client yet. So I'm going to hop over here to Authority Links and Image Videos tab. Are there any questions, Josh, that I need to answer real quick?
No, I've been answering them in chat right now. One thing that you may want to clarify is just once you start talking about authority links, I guess just clarify a little bit what an authority link is and what it is used for, pretty much. Absolutely.
So once we're done with these tabs, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to the test webinar client, and we're going to connect those two, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. But I'm going to click authority links first. So what an authority link is it's just another website that you add in the article or content that you post to one of your PBN sites. And what I mean by that is you find a website that has good content, that has good, strong authority, and will allow you to automatically add it into the article using this particular part of the software. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the big gray plus sign. We're going to do test webinar authority links.
And one thing I want to just quickly cover, Donald is asking, this is set up for the money site, right? Yeah, so for those of you who are affiliate marketers, yeah, instead of, if you don't work with clients, then yeah, clients for you would be, you know, your different niche sites.
Correct.
So,
Yeah, correct. I just say clients because it's easier. It covers a lot more ground than just your test or niche sites.
yeah.
So anytime I'm talking about client sites, you can always think about that. So now that we have this group created test webinar authority links, you want to come over to the green plus sign. Now it says URL and anchors. So basically, now what you need to do is you need to research these particular URLs that are related to the topic of this client. So I have test webinar client. Let's say that test client is, I like to use landscaping because it's just a very easy thing to use. So let's do landscaping blogs. And now what you're going to do is you're going to find landscaping blogs and add them in here. So see, I've already got several here. So turfmagazine.com. And this is a good website, I know, because I've used it before on my own PBNs. And then you copy and paste, put the URL in here, and then any anchor text that you wish to add. So for this, we would want landscaping, of course. Landscaping in, let's do a geographical area, let's say DC, or let's just do irrigation. Okay, so now let me explain what this does for you. So now that I have this URL added and I have these anchor texts added, the anchor text is the physical text that is going to be in the article that goes on the PBN. And this software will locate one of these at random, and it will hyperlink this blog to one of these anchor text words here automatically for you, so long as it's already written in the content. So it'll scan through the words and the content, and it will find these automatically for you, hyperlink it, and then let the article have this blog post within it. And that's how you create an authority link. And what this is doing, it's letting the Google bots know that you're not just linking out to your money site, niche site, or client site. You're also linking out to other strong, powerful web pages. And it looks more natural because you're not just simply putting one link in there. You're putting multiple links into an article. So we're going to click Add here.
Alex, let's take a quick pause, and
Sure.
because I've seen a couple of questions,
No problem.
so that people understand what exactly it is that we're doing here. And what we're doing right now is we're setting up all of the initial things before we can start posting to our PBN. So right now we're adding a new client and doing all the initial setup, so that once everything is set up, then we can start posting to the PBN. So right now we're just showing you guys simple stuff, how to add a new client, how to add authority links and link that to the client. We're walking you through every little step right now. So right now it's just setup stuff. It has nothing to do with actually posting to your PBN. And another thing that I've seen, there's a few of you on here as well that are brand new to PBNs. What I'm going to do is Alex actually put together a short little PDF that pretty much breaks down how PBNs work, what they are, and how our software works with it. So I'll post that in the chat box as well, so you guys can download that and read it. And there was one question as well. Okay, someone asked about, where is it? Oh, here. What does linking to an authority site help the PBN? So we kind of covered that already, but if you want to touch on it just briefly one more time.
Yeah, sure. So the authority link makes Google and search engines, when it's looking at your particular article or PBN article, however you want to word that, it's the same thing. It reads the content and makes it look more natural if you have other websites, even if they're not affiliated to what you're doing, they're just related topic-wise. It makes it look more natural. And it's the same thing with the images and videos I'll be talking about as well. You want to add things that are going to make your PBN websites or blog sites look normal and real, and that you're trying to attract people to it, even if you're really not. So this authority link is providing more information about the topic that you are writing a PBN article for. So as in the example above, if you have a landscaping article and you use your client or niche site as one link, but you use this blog link right here as another link in that article, it's just simply providing more knowledge about landscaping, and that's the thing that Google is looking for. Relevant content, and if you're posting out to more relevant content that's related to your topic, it just benefits you in the long run.
Yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
that answered the question.
Yeah, and just on the flip side of that, just so to put it into perspective for you guys, if you have a PBN and all you're doing is linking to just your money sites, just think about that. That's not natural at all. If you're not linking to, you know, like other random sites with authority and kind of quoting them, which is pretty much what you're doing. You're quoting an authority site, which is what natural looking sites do. They link to multiple different websites, not just, you know, one website. So if you have a PBN of say 5 or 10 websites and they're all linking to the same kind of websites, and you don't have these sort of authority links in there, you know, that just doesn't look natural. Okay, so that's why you want to be including these authority links. Remember, it always comes down to making your PBNs look as natural as possible, to make them look like a real website. And you know, if you look around, if you go to even if you go to some of these authority sites, okay, they're a great example of what to do, because if you go to an authority site, they're linking to other authority sites. They're quoting other sites. Hey, you know, this website said this, and there's a link to that other site. So that's what you want to think about as well. Is always thinking, does this make my PBN look natural?
Robert Perry, you just asked, does the authority link, or the authority link needs to be related to the niche site? And the answer to that is yes. You want it to be related, because if it's not related, the Google bots, when it's crawling it, will not like that, and actually that will actually hurt you. So you always want to have your authority link be related to whatever niche site, or really, it's really the article. So, because I have several PBN websites that have articles about limousine companies, landscaping companies, plumbing companies, HVAC companies, and as long as the article itself has the particular niche related blog or website in it, that's what you need to key on.
Alex, do you have that the link to the, well, I posted a link in the chat box. There's a link to the PDF. If you want to open that up, and there's a few people asking to explain, I guess from the very start, how a PBN works. So what's the difference between the PBN site, the money site, and the authority site? And I think that diagram that you included in that PDF would be pretty good just to show people what the money site is, what the PBN is, and just so that people can get a good grasp on it. But I'll try to explain it right now as he pulls that up. I posted it in the there's a section in the control panel that says chat. If you open that up, the link is in there. But pretty much, guys, if you look at it, once he pulls up that image, it'll make it a little bit more sense. But just imagine your money site in the middle, and that money site can either be your site, your client site, an affiliate site, whatever it is. And then you have a bunch of little circles around that money site. There you go, perfect. All right, and I guess you can take it over from there.
All right, so really this should even be a little bit broader. So you have all of your PBN sites, right, pointing to your money site, niche website, whatever. This is the site that you're trying to rank on Google. That's the easiest way to put it. These websites point to this website to help you rank on a particular term or keyword on Google. But the cool thing is each one of these PBN websites would think about it if this PBN website was located here, but for every single one of the PBN sites as well. And what I mean by that is each one of these PBN sites has a bunch of links pointing to it to provide it the power to make this money site rank on Google. So each one of these particular sites already has a bunch of power pointing to it, and that's how this money site gets ranked on Google, because these are all going to be using its own power to help push it past the first page of Google.
Exactly. And just one thing that I like to include there as well is just to kind of break it down even simpler. Just think of you going to Namecheap or GoDaddy right now, buying a domain, setting it up, and linking to your money site. That is not going to carry as much power as you getting a link from something like WebMD.com. If WebMD.com were to link to one of your websites, that would carry a lot more power than a freshly registered domain name, because WebMD is a very established website with a bunch of other websites linking to it. So it's an authority site. It's a website that is established and Google trusts. And those are, obviously, picking up a domain like WebMD would be crazy expensive, but there are PBN sites that have very powerful authority, and that's the domains that you're picking up to build your PBN. You're picking up these age domains that have authority, that are 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, that have history. Okay, and for one reason or another, the owner let it expire or is selling it, and you can now purchase that domain with that history already built into that domain. And then you can turn that into a PBN website and start using that to rank your money sites. All right, so
there's some questions. How do we get sites like that? And we created a video called PBN, and it's PBN Academy. It was in the initial launch. You want to give them that link?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 4-part course, guys, and we cover absolutely everything. So if you haven't picked that up, make sure that you do. It covers absolutely everything from start to finish of how to find these domains. All right, so I'm going to post it in the chat box, and we highly recommend you pick that up. It really shares everything in there. And we put it together for those people who are brand new to PBNs, and we understood that by releasing PBN Builder that we would have those new people that want to use the PBN but kind of don't know where to start. So we created that course. If you already know and how to find PBN websites, then you don't really need to pick that up. But if you're brand new and you've never dabbled in finding good PBN domains, definitely recommend picking that up. All right, and David is saying, was that the part of the $27 purchase? Yes, it was. It's only $27 right now. We may not be keeping it at that price for much longer. I mean, I think within the next week or so, we might be, completely taking down all the sales pages because this will be going to a monthly price. So you guys got a hell of a deal, that's for sure. All right. So do we need to explain more about that? Did you guys give us a 2 in the chat box if that made it a little more clear on how PBNs work versus a money site? Give us a 2 in the chat box. Perfect. And give us a 5 if you're still confused. All right, someone posted 4. I'm not sure what 4 means. All right, so there's a couple of you who are still confused. I'm going to go ahead and post the link to the PDF in the chat box. Again, it's a short PDF that breaks it all down, what a PBN is, how it works, and how it works with your money site. And then we'll keep going with the demo, and then we might revisit it. We'll go ahead and revisit it, in a few minutes. But we can just go ahead and continue with the demo for now.
All right, so back to the authority links area. So we've added the blog and the anchor text for the authority link. So now let's move on over to images and videos. Actually, scratch that. Let's go back to view clients, and I'll show you what you do with this first, and we'll finish this off real quick. So you come back to test webinar client, come back to the yellow pencil and edit button, and we'll come back here to authority link categories, and notice you've got all these different categories, and you scroll down and you find our where did it go? Oh no, did I not save it? Oops, maybe what happened. Yeah, sorry guys, I definitely just forgot to save it because we took that little break. My apologies. Let me set this up real quick. Here, we don't even need to do that. I'll just show you what we can do. I'll just use another one of these. So you come back and we'll just pick affiliate landscaping company and we'll click update. So now that particular authority link group, affiliate landscaping company right here, the one that was already created with all of these different authority link sites here, now that's attributed directly to that client site. And now that's set up permanently, and anytime you post anything that has one of these particular anchor texts in it will automatically be added to that article. And I'm going to show you how you do that right now as well with images and videos. So we're going to come up here, create this, and we're going to do test webinar images/videos. And notice it has 0 and 0. And let's just click save so I have the group saved. So click the purple 0 images to add images. We're going to come up here to search, and then we're going to type in, since we're still on landscaping, let's just use that. We're going to do lawn, and you've got this right here, so that's kind of related to landscaping because it's got a mower. So let's click select, pictures of grass. There's all kinds of different ways you can search, like homes, and see how it's got some nice landscaping, so you could just pick that. There's just different ways you could search in here, and it's showing you some images that you can use. And then come over to selected, and these are the ones you've selected. Hit close, you're already good to go there. So you've got 4 images now. Videos, same thing. Come over to click the blue videos button, and then click search. Click landscaping, and then it doesn't matter which ones you want as long as it's landscaping related, and you can just kind of pick several of them here. Go back to selected so you can see all the ones you selected, hit close, and then hit save changes. Now this is saved. So you're going to come to view clients, go back to the test webinar client again, and now you can add test webinar images, videos, update. So again, what adding an image or video does is it makes your blog look more natural. It makes it look relevant because it's got an image or a video that is related to the content within the article, and it's making it more readable and relevant to someone searching for anything landscaping related. So the biggest thing that you want to try and do here is make the blogs look natural, and that's what this authority link and images are doing. And now that they're connected to the test webinar client, we're ready to move on to the target site, which will also be connected to the test webinar client, but within this tab, and I'll show you in just a minute. Are we good, Josh, on questions? Does anybody else have any last questions before I move on?
There was one question, can we upload our own images? But as of right now, it's just a search, right?
Yeah, it's just a search as of right now. There are some updates coming up soon that my developer will be releasing, and we'll alert you of those upcoming soon.
Perfect. And yes, all of these images are copyright and royalty free, so these are, you can
Correct.
use them on your sites, guys.
Correct.
And one person is asking also, where did you get the authority links from? Do you find them elsewhere and copy and paste it into PBN Builder? Yeah, you can, do a quick Google search for them and just find good authority sites. There's really, not too much.
Yes, for all different niches, Christina. So if you have 10 clients and they're ranging from landscaping to plumbing, you just want to make one, you can make multiple authority links or images, videos, packages for people, and you can add them all to particular niche clients. But the real thing you want to do is make sure that you have an abundance of the images, videos, and authority links created prior, because once you have that, you don't have to go back. Then you just have great websites and images and videos to use in all of your articles. And I mean, obviously, periodically from time to time, it's not bad to add more, but if you add 20 authority links right away and like 30 images and like 30 videos, that's random enough to where it's not going to realize what's going on. You just need to populate it with enough to know that you're secure with the content that you're adding into these particular PBN articles.
Perfect. And guys, if you asked the question and we missed it or something, just feel free to post it again because we have quite a few.
Yeah, hold on. Paul, you're saying still very unclear as to how we get authority sites to link to our PBNs, and would we want those to link directly to our money site? Of course you want your authority sites to be linking to your money site, but you can't do that unless you contact the admin of that website. This authority link is simply to help build the power of your PBN, and I'll touch in just a minute how it benefits you and how it is added into the post automatically once we get to the posts tab. You're adding it into the PBN article on the PBN site. You're not pointing it towards your own website. I mean, heck, if you could point it to your own website, that's what everyone would be doing, because that would be awesome if you could just do WebMD links to your website all day. I mean,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be so
the holy grail of.
Oh my gosh, you would be ranked #1 for every keyword.
But that's what we're trying to mimic, guys. That's what you're trying to mimic with PBNs. You're trying to mimic you getting a link from a site with the authority of WebMD. Okay, so that's why you can kind of mimic that. You can create your own little network of sites that you use to send authority to the sites you're trying to rank.
Uh, Jim, if you have multiple anchor texts, no, it will only pick one, and it picks them at random, so it makes it not more natural that way. Separate domain for each PBN. When I refer to a PBN site is one domain. So Brian Richards, if hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so let me just move on here, guys. I'll try to answer some more questions in a minute, but let me just try and get through some more of this demo here, so that way we can let others kind of get some more ideas. So now that we're on target sites, this is where you're going to put your money URL site, and you're going to connect it to the client site. So you're going to come up here to the gray plus sign, and you're going to come to client, and notice we have our test webinar client name, the site name. So this is going to be a fake URL, guys. This is just for like you guys. It's not really going to be a real site. You can't visit it. But we're going to do test webinar site, and then it's just going to be http seowebinar.com. All right, and notice that it populated the website right here for you. So first and foremost, you always want to do the home page first. So come over here and title it homepage. Don't put anything right here. This is the permalink structure, which is basically this right here. So don't add anything there if you want to actually send links to the homepage. And then you're going to come over here and you're going to add the keyword URL anchor text. And what that is basically the same thing you just saw with the authority links. You're adding the keywords you want this website to rank for. So if this is going to have landscaping authority links and images and videos, then let's just use landscaping again, irrigation, landscaping in DC, or actually let's do irrigation in DC. And then you're going to click add, and now it's added the home page money site with these anchor texts right here. So this is basically where you want to add all of the information related to your money site. If you have 30 keywords that your client or your niche market is trying to rank for, you want to add those in here, because that's what you're going to use in just a minute under the post tab to add into your PBN article to point it to your money or niche site. So basically what we're trying to do is to let this software know how many keywords you have, because then that's going to help you up here in the dashboard with all those different graphs and things like that, and it'll provide you really good and detailed information on how your campaigns are doing if you use the software and include all of that information.
And just to point out real quick, guys, the process is the same whether you're ranking a niche site, a client site, or a video. So someone just asked to show
Yes.
specifically about video SEO, but the process is the same. The only thing that's going to change is what you put in the URL, which is what you're trying to rank.
Exactly. So then down here, another cool thing that I had is it's in the notes section too, but automatically you can add in your niche site's username, password, cPanel URL, username and password, so you can safely keep all of your information in one place and not have to scroll through Excel documents or password protection softwares and things like that. It's right here for you. So if you need to make an update to the site, or if you're adding a plugin or something like that, you can immediately have the information ready. All right, and then we're going to click add. And that's basically set up and ready to use now. Test webinar client, you see the name, the website, and everything is set up. If you need to delete, obviously the red X is how you delete it. So now let's go to a PBN site tab. Are there any questions about target site tab or anything related to that? William, yes, you can send links to posts on your money site, not just the homepage. Sorry, I apologize. Let me show you that real quick, just so you can kind of understand that as well. So William was asking if we can rank to other pages within a website. So what you want to do is you want to obviously name that site, but I'm just going to name this inner page, but you can name it whatever you want as long as you understand what it is. And then you're going to come over here, and most websites look like this. This is called the permalink structure, and you just want to add that into this right here. I just literally copied and pasted this permalink structure, so again, this is a fake website, it's not real. And then just add, anchor text in here, and then click add. And now this will send a link right here to this particular website, or this particular URL, rather. Same website, just particular URL. All right, and then you click update, and now that's saved. And I'll show you soon in the posts tab how you can utilize either or in just a minute. All right. The PBN Builder, does the PBN Builder manage content for each individual site? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. We don't create any content here, but you can post content to any of your PBNs from here, and I'll get to that in just a minute. You can post to multiple PBNs at one time, PBN sites, that is.
And I just want to cover something real quick. Christina asked, what is the purpose of a target site? The target site is the money site, client site. It's the site that you want to rank. So keep in mind, guys, we're still in the setup process. So we've added a client. Now we're adding the target site, which is what site and URLs on that site that you want to rank. Because remember, one website can have 10, 15 URLs that each are targeting different keywords. So you can add all of that here in the target site website, which again is the site that you're trying to rank. And you can call it multiple different things. It could be called the target site. It can be called the money site. It can be called the client site. It can be called your niche site. Whatever it is, it means it's the site that you want to rank and get traffic for.
Exactly. Would one have several target sites? Absolutely. You can have as many target sites as you want for a client or a niche site. You just have to input the URL, and you can even have. Okay. If you're struggling a little bit, there is the tutorials tab with several videos that kind of go into a little more detail for you. In the FAQs within the software as well, not on the sales page, the FAQs have some step-by-step stuff as well to kind of help you understand some of this.
And for those of you that are just jumping on, yes, there will be a replay.
And Paul, this would work for local or national, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's move on to PBN Sites tab. All right, so there's already 3 added in here. So again, I'm just going to add a BS one right now. So you want to name the PBN site something that you're going to recognize and remember, because if you grow your network and you have 40, 50, 60, 100 domains, over time, you're not going to remember every domain name. It's trust me, my mind explodes every time I look at all the domains I have. So really, you just want to name it the same URL as what it is. So let's just literally add pbnbuilder.org. And I usually don't, in the name, don't include the HTTP, but in the URL portion, obviously add the HTTP. Username, just admin, and then blah, 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 have password. That's what you're getting. Now groups, this is where this software gets really interesting and cool. You want to add this a group to any of the PBN sites that you create, because when you add a group to it, you actually are creating a small network of sites within themselves anyways. And sorry, that's a little confusing, but see, I've already created 3 groups here, and I'll try to explain this a little better, sorry. If I click demo, for example, the other 3 domains you saw a minute ago in the PBN sites opening tab, all 3 of them are connected to demo, which means if I go into the posts tab and I click group demo on there, it will post to all 3 of those domains any article or spun article that you put into the posts text chat area. So by creating these groups, you're creating the ability to post to multiple websites at one time. So really, if you want 2 websites in a group, just create it by clicking on groups. You don't click any of the ones that are created. Let's just create PBN. Now this particular group has been created, and you come down here and you click add later, and you can add any site to PBN because this has now been created. You just have to go into that particular PBN site within the software and come back to groups and type in PBN. Now, some of you may be asking, why would I need a post to multiple PBNs at once? And the question is time. That saves you a lot of time, a lot of effort, and if you do it properly, you could post to over 300 PBNs if you had that capability, if you have that many domains, at one time with a huge spun article that would immediately give some website or multiple websites a buttload of power. And I wouldn't recommend setting 300 links to a site right at one time, because that could, immediately alert Google. But I'm just saying that capability is there. You can send multiple links to a client or niche site all in one fell swoop, which is a very big benefit, because that could save you hours of agonizing processes of grabbing an article, adding it to a post, putting in a link, putting in the authority link, putting in the image and video. So again, this group has been created here. Now coming down to outbound link limit, this is basically a similar scenario of what we saw under clients, but instead of only limiting your client to a number of links, you're limiting this particular PBN site a certain amount of links you want to send out. And you want to do that because there's something called link juice, and link juice is basically the power that your website has, and eventually it runs out if you link to too many client sites, and the power diminishes the more and more and more you link to those particular sites. So this was added so that you could, say I only want 15 posts on this blog, and then you can come down here, and again, just like you had in target sites for your client, now for your PBN you can add all of this information, your username, password, cPanel, just so you can actually have the information stored in somewhere safe for you. So I would click check right now, but since this is a fake website, it's not going to work. So I'm going to come back to PBN sites.
Alex, a quick question. I've
Sure.
seen this a couple times. What do you recommend for hosting to keep costs down, but also keep Google from knowing what they are all related to, that they are all related to a single domain?
Uh,
Um,
Bluehost is a cheap hosting company. HostGator is pretty good. I
and
have
I guess another question that I saw similar to this one as well is the hosting concern where people think that they have to host their PBN domains on a bunch of different hosts. So if you can cover that too.
I have I have two different hosting accounts, but one of them has 80 domains on it, and I have had no trouble at all with any of those domains. So I, it's really dependent upon what you're doing. I mean, people that say all that jazz about you need to have multiple hosts for multiple domains, they're probably doing it the wrong way, or they're probably doing black hat tactics. They're doing things that are uh, recognized as, bad within the search engine's algorithm. Um, and I'm not saying it's wrong, so don't misunderstand me here. But I'm saying that I haven't personally had a problem, and that's most likely because I have made most of my PBNs like as natural as possible. Black hat, like what, David? When I refer to black hat, there you if you have like 30 PBN sites and all of their backlinks are Asian pornographic websites and Russian inappropriate websites and things like that, and sites that are just directories and things like that, you're going to get hit real bad with a penalty. And I don't know if that's probably going over several people's heads, but if you're using a software like Moz or Ahrefs, um, those particular softwares can help you research the links that are pointing to a specific domain, and you have to look at those when you're buying a domain in order for you to understand what kind of sites are pointing to it. You can't just go off of uh, what the domain authority and page authority is, because there are websites out there that don't even have backlinks, but they have a page authority of 50, and the moment you uh, put it in a hosting account, all that link just goes away because there's nothing there basically. So again, really you have to pay attention to the types of links that are coming in, and that's what Black Hat is if you're using spammy uh, PBN sites and you're pointing it to your niche sites and you're blasting the sites with 10, 20, 30 links at a time, you're going to get noticed immediately. They won't even need to manually get you. The algorithm will catch you very quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And guys, some of you are asking some questions about finding domains and what tool should I use, what metrics should I ask for, or should I look for? And guys, we covered that in PBN Academy. Okay, this training wasn't really about finding domains. It's about using the software, getting you guys up and running, how to get a campaign set up, and that's why we also created PBN Academy. It's a training already ready to go for you guys that covers everything about finding domains and the tools to use and how to research, what metrics to look for. So we have that training already, and it was part of the funnel. It was the first upsell that you would have seen. It's only $27, and it's 100% specific to the exact process that Alex goes through to find the right domains, okay? And again, we highly recommend you pick that up if you're brand new to domains and how they work and what to find and what tools to use. We definitely recommend picking that up. There's a few of you asking, who was it? Nicholas just asked, can you recommend a tool for searching age domains? I mean, it's more than just one tool. It's tools plus a process and a whole training. It's a whole training. And that's why we put together a specific training. We can't just tell you, hey, go use this tool. It'll tell you exactly what domains to get. You have to be able to know how to use the tools and all that stuff too. So we put together a full training on that. And again, it's only $27, so we definitely recommend picking that up, and it'll show you exactly how to find the right domains to use with PBN Builder.
Ernesto Jr., there is a portion in the FAQ on how to add a .htaccess file to the PBN site, and that will alleviate any footprint that this software could leave. It's most likely not going to leave a footprint anyways, but if you're in fear of that, then I would highly recommend adding this .htaccess to the server under FAQs, and the .htaccess file is included in a link in the FAQs for you. So all you have to do is put it into the particular folder on your server. Okay, so now that we have gone through the PBN sites and you saw how you add them in there, now we can come over here to posts. So this is really the final step. You're now basically all set up, everything's ready to rock and roll, and what you're going to do is come over here again, click the gray plus, we're going to add a new post. So remember groups here, guys. You can create or add anyone. I'm just going to add demo. And demo includes all three of these. So what you can do is you can either add a group, or you can pick individually all three or one domain. If you just want to drop one link to a PBN site, that's all you have to do. But I'm going to do demo just to be cool right now. And then we're going to do test. All right. So you add your title. You add some content, and I'll add some content in just a minute, but I want to go through all the steps here. And what you're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're going to do, we can do test SEO company. So now you see that URL down here pops up once you add the particular target site. And this is the URL that I created as a test. This is the home page, testseocompany.org. Come over to Anchor, and this right here, SEO company, SEO blog company, is the keyword that it will find within the content automatically for you. So again, when you're posting an article to one of your sites and you want to use this right here, make sure that it has one of these in there. You can hit random and it'll pick one at random, but again, you have to have this written within the content, otherwise it won't automatically set a link for you. Now you can add a new anchor and test right there if you want, but the issue with that is it doesn't add it into the information or the graphs on the home page, because it thinks that that's a one-time anchor. So really what you want to do is always use one of the anchor texts that you create. Now if you're ever thinking you need to add a new anchor, instead of just adding a new anchor here, I would recommend going back to target sites, adding it that way, so it pops up here for you. So we're going to use SEO blog company. So now let's do SEO blog company. I apologize. Give me 1 second, guys, too, because I forget which groups are added. Test SEO company. Okay.
And Timothy is saying, glad you teamed up with Alex. What a team. Thanks, Timothy. Yeah.
Thanks, Timothy. Appreciate that. Test SEO company. I gotta find the anchors again. Test SEO company. All right, so
And while you're looking for that, I'll just cover Christina. Anchors is pretty much the text, like the text that's going to hyperlink. And usually it's the keywords that you want to rank for, which you do want to be mixing it up as well.
So SEO blog company right here is what the anchor text is that we're going to use for our money site. And then SEO is what we're going to use for the authority link over here. So let's, oh, my apologies. So come over here. If you want to schedule these out as well, you want to click date. And when you click it, it'll bring up a little calendar or whatever, and you can click a date, and it'll drop a link later for you, or the multiple links that we're going to do right now. Also, one of the cool things that Josh and I discussed with our partnership is he has a really cool syndication software that uses social signals and social links to help increase rankings for your client site. And Josh, if you want to touch on that and the integration real quick, since you're the expert.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have been in SEO for any amount of time, you know that there's pretty much two very powerful types of links out there: PBNs and social signal, social syndication. So what we decided to do was integrate SynLab, which is my software that automatically syndicates your content to different social sites. There's 21 different sites. Well, actually, I think we're at over 28. Many of you that picked up that offer, it was upsell number 3 that we put into this offer. So if you picked up that version, we are over, I think, 28 sites now. My developer just let me know that he added 3 additional sites this week alone and 3 last week. So we're adding. We're adding a good amount of sites on there, and what we did was we built this syndication integration into PBN Builder through SynLab. So all you have to do is pretty much connect it with your API key of your SynLab account, and not only will you be getting your content syndicated on your PBNs, but it's going to automatically syndicate to your social accounts as well. So that will give you some extra authority on your PBN posts, and it'll, like Alex said, it'll get you, those little trickles of traffic onto your sites so that everything looks natural. And you have a good balance between PBN links and social links to your sites as well. And you can use it as a standalone software just for social syndication as well. So you can syndicate your PBN posts and syndicate your money sites, your videos, whatever it is you want to
do. Sorry, would you answer Ian Hodgkinson's question? So it's fine, I can do it. A 10 PBN site, 10 PBNs needs 10 domains, or is it possible to use one subject page off 10 different sites you own? I'm not 100% on the question here, but I'm going to try to answer it. One PBN is one domain. So when I say a PBN site, that means one PBN site is one age domain that you want to buy. So if you have 10 age domains, you can use those 10 domains on one subject page to help you rank for the first page of Google for a particular term. Hopefully that answered that.
Murray is asking, can we still buy that upsell talking about SynLab? Yes, I'll post a link to that in the chat box.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to leave this blank right here for the date, and we're just going to post. Oh, okay, we'll just add a new anchor.
And Benedict is asking, I have a client deadline and wanted to jump in. With different PBNs, do I need extra copies of SynLab, or can they be organized into groups inside of SynLab? Yeah, with one account, you can handle your your different clients. Just like you said, create different groups inside of SynLab and just keep everything organized. And within PBN Builder, you'll be able to select which group inside of your SynLab account you want to get syndicated to. So you can have full control and make sure there's no overlapping and things like that.
Okay, so after we just did this test right here, sorry, that's the wrong one. Hold on, give me 1 second. If you could just answer a few more questions, Josh, just because it takes, a minute or two to post to the multiple blogs.
Perfect. Timothy saying all this integration rocks. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we wanna continue to do. So we're trying to create apps that work very well together with each other and complement each other. And for those of you that did buy SynLab, stay tuned for a very cool update coming out within the next couple of days or so. I just have to write up the email, create a video, and send it out. Something very cool that's going to help out even more. And same thing we have planned with PBN Builder. All these apps, we have pretty much the same developer, Alex and I. So we have a lot of stuff planned, updates planned, things like that.
I just wanted to show you guys what this did now. So here's the title. Here's the image it created. This is the testseo-company.org. That's our money site. Obviously, it's a fake site, but it created the link for you. And then SEO right here. And boom, there's your authority link that it created. So it created the money site link, it created the authority link, added the video, has the content, and it did it across 3 websites. So this one has a video. See, it's got the 2 links. This one's got an image, and it's got the 2 links with all the content. And now you can see the kind of the power of what this software does. It allows you to basically create links for your clients or niche sites while also maintaining a natural looking post. Obviously that didn't look natural because it only had about 10 words of content, but if you're adding 1,000 words of content in here and you're doing it across multiple PBN sites like that, you're harnessing the power of all of your sites at once and making videos rank, websites rank, or images rank, and saving a lot of time doing it.
Paul is saying, JV Zeus says SynLab and PBN, is this what the gold program was about? No, so gold was also a separate offer that we offered. So what we offered with the package of PBN Builder, so you were able to get, initially you can purchase PBN Builder with a certain amount of sites, posts, and clients. The first upsell that we offered was our PBN Academy. That pretty much allows you to learn everything on how to find the right domains to use with PBN Builder. So that's for those of you who are maybe brand new to PBNs and don't know how to find the right domain. So we put together that training. The second upsell was our gold package. And our gold package allows you to increase the limits of PBN Builder. You're going to get 4 live sessions as well, very similar to this, but we're going to be going into a little bit more advanced strategies, monetization stuff, client stuff, things like that, plus access to a private Facebook group. And then the third upsell was the SynLab integration at a very, very special price. So those were the upsells that we had. So Paul, the gold program it's separate than the SynLab. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you guys have any doubts of what the upsells are, they were always posted on the sales page. So if you go down to the frequently asked questions on the sales page, it discusses each of the upsells on there.
I believe I just sent. I'm not sure I'm using the software correctly, but I believe I just sent out to everyone the PBN Builder Gold package, which also gives you the 4 weeks of live strategy sessions along with the monthly reoccurring. So it gives you more capability with the software, but it also will give you some more training along the way.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So that's if you enjoyed this training, the other four ones that the gold members get are going to be a lot, a lot better, a lot more detailed. We're going to be getting into the advanced stuff as well, monetization stuff, things like that. Um, so make sure that if you haven't, we definitely recommend picking that up. And the first session for gold members will most likely be next week as well. Just want to get through all the Labor Day madness, uh, and then probably middle of next week we'll probably have the first session for that. And Shane is asking, will those 4 sessions be recorded? Yes. So we'll probably create a separate page within PBN Builder, which it's going to be exclusive to Gold members. So you'll be able to go in there and see that. And Alex, I'm not sure if you know, but we can see your screen. So
Oh, oops.
yeah, someone's private logins in there. Hopefully they can change it. But yeah, those 4 will be. You can stop sharing your screen if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, look at Alex. Look at Alex. He's on the webinar already. Boom, getting in there and handling some support tickets. Some of you have already mentioned how good our support has been. So all thanks to Alex for that and his support team. They've definitely been on top of that. Hussein is saying the gold package is tempting. Yeah, I mean, it's a great offer. It's an option. The way that we like to set up our software is making the upsells optional, but a great addition to your initial purchase. So if you just bought the silver package, you have a very powerful software on your hands. But if you want more, then that's what the upsells are for. We never want to make upsells be a mandatory thing for the initial software to work. What we like to do is we like to make them additions, okay? And that's what I feel upsells should be. They should never be something that's mandatory. Whatever you buy on the front end should be a standalone offer that works on its own. And I think we accomplished that with PBN Builder. With the silver package, you have one hell of a tool. If that's all you purchase, you can hit the ground running with that. But if you're brand new to PBNs, that's why we put together the PBN Academy. Someone posted earlier today. He said, "Hey, some of us know how to find PBNs already and how to set up hosts. So please just jump into the software." So for people like that, they don't need PBN Academy. But if you are brand new to PBNs and you need to get a little bit of hand holding on finding PBNs and all that stuff, what metrics to look for, that's why we put together PBN Academy. But again, it's 100% optional. Same thing when it comes to the gold package. That's for those of you that want to get a little bit more firepower with PBN Builder, but you also want to get 4 live sessions with us, going into a little bit more about advanced strategies, and also the private Facebook mastermind group. So that's, again, another optional upsell if you want that extra firepower and you want the extra help with the mastermind group and the 4 live sessions. And then the last one is SynLab, which automatically does social syndication for you. So they're all optional, and you guys can pick and choose which one you want. Gordon saying, can we upgrade later? That's gonna be up to Alex. I know he had plans to make this a fairly hefty monthly price software, which it can completely sell for that all day long. So we'll see. I mean, I know the prices we currently have for the upsells will be up for at least the next week or so. And then me and Alex were gonna decide. He already asked me, "Hey, can I start creating my own sales pages with all the images and stuff?" And I told him, "Yeah, go ahead." So once he gets his pages up and his prices up, we'll probably be taking down the ones we have up now. Leo is saying, do I need the 25K package? It depends. I mean, it really depends on what you need. I mean, we definitely have an the price you see on there now is an amazing special, exclusive to PBN Builder members. If you don't need that, we do have our regular package, but again, it doesn't come with the extra features of the 25,000 package. With the 25K package, you get all the new sites that we added, like all these 6 or 7 sites that we just added within the last couple of weeks. You get access to all of that. So if you're gonna get SynLab, I definitely recommend getting that 25K package, especially once you get the hang of it. You're gonna start using it a lot, and you can quickly syndicate a lot of stuff and reach your maximum post if you don't get that. And Murray is asking, can I use Silver and SynLab? Yes. So regardless of which package you purchase for PBN Builder, they're all integrated with SynLab, and it's all done with API key. And let me take the screen over real quick and just show you guys how it's done. It's very simple. All right, I covered it in the sales video, and I don't think I put together a tutorial video for the integration, but I will. I'll make one probably tomorrow morning and get it up on the members area. But let me log into SynLab. It's very simple, guys. Here on the left-hand side, you go to API key, and this API key is what you paste inside of PBN Builder, and that's it. Inside of PBN Builder, you'll be able to see all the groups that you have available, what groups you want to post to, and that's it. But it's that simple. You just go in, plug this into your PBN Builder account, and that is all you need to do. There's nothing complicated about that. And I'll make a full tutorial video covering that. But once you paste this in, this is what allows PBN Builder to communicate with your SynLab account. And then once that happens, any groups that you have, any account groups that you have created inside of your SynLab account will show up, and you'll be able to select where you want to syndicate to. All right, so I'm gonna click here to generate a new one once I jump off. So you can try and write this down, but I'll generate a new one here in a second. But that's it. It's that simple, guys. So you can get both PBN syndication and social syndication. Christina's saying, what 25K package? Now, I didn't mean $25,000 package. It's a $25,000 per month syndication. So you can do 25,000 social syndications every single month.
Christina, the tutorials are also on a tab inside the software, so we don't need to send over anything to you. They're easily accessible to you in the software.
All right.
All right. Is that everything?
Yeah, I mean, we're going on an hour and a half, guys, and I mean, I can tell that Alex's voice is giving out. I know, I know how it is, man. When you're on speaking for an hour and a half, your voice starts giving out. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this live training. We tried to answer as many questions as we can. We went through, pretty much everything from start to finish on PBN Builder. We do have tutorial videos in the members area. Please make sure you watch that. I think it was David that said he jumped on here and he hadn't seen a single video yet. So come on, guys, at least watch some videos and come prepared. Anytime we have some live trainings for your benefit, come prepared. Watch the tutorial videos. That's what they're there for. It'll help answer a lot of questions for you. It's also, we have the frequently asked questions and all of that stuff. But one thing that I do recommend is, if you liked this live training and you want more, remember, guys, we're going to be having 4 more of these as a gold member, as well as the Facebook group. So I'm going to post the link. I'll post the link to all the upsells, and then you guys can pick and choose which ones you want. But if you want the 4 extra live sessions, definitely pick up the gold package. It will, give you 4 live sessions, and again, we're going to be going into a bit more detailed information on that. We're going to cover monetization strategies, client getting strategies, setups of PBNs, all that stuff. We're gonna be covering a bunch of all types of stuff. And we're going to try not to spend too much time on the setup process, because hopefully between now and the first session, all you gold members have watched all the tutorial videos, so that we can maximize those 4 sessions with just monetization and going out there and getting results kind of training, instead of, okay, this is how you set things up, okay? Because we covered that, we try to cover as much of that on this training, and we cover a lot of that in the tutorials. So maximize your time, maximize the 4 live sessions, make sure you watch the tutorial videos, so that once we start the 4 live sessions next week, you're already ahead of the game, and you pretty much already know the basics, and we can, boom, jump right into getting results and making sure that you guys can make some profit quickly. And Timothy is saying exactly, Josh. So yeah, absolutely. CB is asking, is SynLab good for video ranking? Yes. Paul is asking, is the gold a one-time charge? No, it's a quarterly charge or a monthly charge. You guys can choose. We just, we can't offer what we're offering at a one-time charge. It's too valuable. Not only the gold package alone, it's too valuable to do at a one-time cost. So we made it very affordable, and you guys are going to get a lot of value out of that. But that's it. Even just talking to me for the 20 or 30 minutes that I spoke, is my voice is starting to give out. So
that's it. All right, this is the last question we're going to answer, and then we're going to head out. But can you answer Shane's question real quick, Josh? Just the last one.
Yeah. What's the difference between SPBN Builder Gold Monthly and SPBN? So it's essentially it's the same thing. So you're getting the same offer. We just offer 2 ways to pay. There's always people that that want multiple options to pay. So you can either go with the monthly option, or you can pay quarterly, get a little bit more a better deal, and go with the quarterly. Obviously, the biggest value is in the quarterly. It's less. You save yourself some money. And it's the same thing. You're getting both. And believe it or not, some people did sign up for the monthly one. I don't know why. The quarterly is a better deal, but some people just choose to pay monthly instead of quarterly. So it's the same thing though, regardless of which one you go with. But thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
I'll be posting this replay up within, it might take an hour to render, since it's a 90-minute webinar, but it'll be up, and I'll send an email when it's up. But thank you, everyone. Thanks to Alex, and make sure you watch the tutorial videos in the members area.
Thanks, everybody.